Before we even get started, let's define what self-esteem is so that you and I are both on the same page. Self-esteem is confidence in one's own worth or abilities / self-respect. Another definition is self-esteem is how we value and perceive ourselves. It's based on our opinions and beliefs about ourselves, which can feel difficult to change. High self-esteem is integral to achieving your goals, coping with stress and setbacks, cultivating better relationships, advocating for yourself, and overall just living a life that you're happy and proud of. Now that we're on the same page on what self-esteem even is, let us discuss the things that are eating away at yours. First one is comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. This is an idiom or metaphor that we have heard countless times since we were kids, and it is so true. Comparison is extremely powerful when it comes to denigrating your self-esteem. My self-esteem and self-talk went to shit a few months ago because I was taking my content seriously and wanting to grow and wanting to make this a career and make this sustainable, and it felt like I was constantly trying and it was not working out, and that caused my self-esteem to decrease. But not only that, what made it even worse was I was comparing myself to other TikTokers and YouTubers who had similar channel sizes to me, and they would have videos blowing up, they would gain extreme popularity. I was comparing myself to them because it's something that I wanted for myself and I couldn't see how to get it. So figure out where your comparison is coming from, why you're comparing yourself. A great way to stop is to get off of social media. Take a break from social media. Take a break from viewing perfect people and perfect lives so that you can actually step back and look at your own life and find out what you're grateful for. Gratitude will always beat out comparison and low self-esteem in this sense because it gives you a chance to actually appreciate. Sorry, my battery died. Gratitude gives you the opportunity to appreciate what you're doing, where you are, and everything that's working out for you. And that in turn will shift your focus on the things that are not working out yet and focus more on the things that you can control, on the things that are going well, which will in turn bring more things that are going well in your life to you. Negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is detrimental to your self-esteem because how you speak to yourself is how you see yourself, is how the world sees you, is how all of your interactions end up being. That's the lens through which they are filtered. So your self-talk is the filter, and if you only speak to yourself negatively, you will be filtering in negative experiences toward you. So observe and fix your self-talk. Take a day and a few days to listen to what your mental chatter and monkey mind is saying throughout the day. When you do that, you'll actually realize that most of the thoughts that you have are not even yours. Like, you don't even know where they came from. Like, you don't even identify with them. They don't even belong to you, but they're constantly in your head, so they become part of you subconsciously. In order to avoid that, take a pause and listen to yourself. Meditate for a little while and hear what is going on in your head so that you can take the wheel instead of just letting your mind run free, run rampant and control you. Take the wheel and be like, no, these are not my thoughts. I don't believe this. This is not true. I'm amazing and you're wrong. Once you're able to do that, take control of yourself, your self-esteem skyrockets. Trauma is something that could be lowering your self-esteem and you're not even aware of it because it's something that you suppress and it's something that you hide and keep deep down, but it's in your subconscious, and your subconscious controls 95% of your actions and experiences. So therefore, you will be experiencing things that people with low self-esteem experience, even if you on the surface look like you are so confident and so happy and so bubbly, because your subconscious knows. You can't hide from her. So trauma can come from a lot of places. It could come from uncontrollable factors like how you were raised, who your parents were, who your teachers were, and trauma can come from relationships that you have experienced. It could come from just a random person. It could come from yourself. Like, trauma can come from a lot of different places, and when you stop running from it and dig deep and figure out why you allow your life to operate in this way, for example, in romantic relationships, if you have trauma because somebody dumped you, or you have trauma because you were abused in some way in that relationship, it will lower your self-esteem if you don't take the time to forgive yourself and come to terms with what has happened instead of suppressing it and pushing it away. I'm not a trauma expert or anything like that, so I'm not going to stay on this topic for too long, but if you do have some sort of trauma when it comes to any of the topics I listed and anything else, I highly recommend confronting that, coming face to face with it so that it no longer controls you. So your thoughts, your actions, your feelings are no longer controlled by that trauma. You can accept that version of you and let her go and visualize the higher version of you and call her in. Never trying new things. This one is a little bit underrated, but something that clearly perpetuates low self-esteem is never trying new things and never executing on things that you have intention on trying. When you never try new things, you stay in your tiny little bubble and you never give yourself evidence that you actually had the ability to do anything outside of that. Trying new things is super important when it comes to building your self-esteem, because you're able to try new things and find out what your strengths are and get out of your comfort zone and grow. And when you're not doing those things on a regular basis, you will feel low in your self-esteem. So if you want to increase your self-esteem, go out there and try new things. Put yourself in different situations and scenarios and find out for yourself that you can come out victorious. You can come out on top. You can come out happier and better than ever. Poor health. Poor health is definitely something that can lower your self-esteem, because your internal dialogue will most likely say to you, there's no way you can love yourself if you are overweight. There's no way you can love yourself if you can't even walk without being winded, and just a slew of other things. Poor health signals to yourself and to other people that you have low self-esteem and that you do not care about yourself. It's very hard to make an argument and a case that someone truly intrinsically loves themselves if they do not take care of themselves. You will never say that a parent loves a child if they do not take care of that child. I cannot say that someone who does not take care of their health and their well-being loves themselves. Those two just don't equate. And when you are in poor health, it eats away at your self-esteem. You're not able to do everything that you want to do. You're not able to do everything that other people around you are doing. And that's not a fun feeling. So if you want to increase your self-esteem in that area, get your health in order. You know what you need to do. If you need to walk 10,000 steps, do that. If you need to lift, do that. If you need to go to the dentist, do that. You know what you need to do. And last and final thing that can lower your self-esteem is unfulfilled goals. I talk about this a lot on my channel. Confidence comes from making promises to yourself and keeping said promises. So if you are making promises and goals to yourself and you never keep them, your self-esteem will go down, because your self-talk will tell you that you are not a person who can achieve what they want out of life. And if you're not a person who can achieve what they want out of life, what is the point in trying? Believe in yourself enough, value yourself enough to go after your dreams, goals, and aspirations in life. Take the steps. There is no other option. The other option is misery, mediocrity. Move past the mistakes of you not fulfilling your goals in the past without blaming yourself, and turn over a new leaf. Because constantly blaming yourself and constantly talking down on yourself,
like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that,
is not going to do anything for you. Nothing. Actually, it's going to dig you deeper into this hole that you're already in. So stop it. Full stop. Believe that you deserve happiness and that you are good enough to fulfill your goals, that you are good enough to take those steps, that you are good enough to be the person that you want to be. Alright guys, the lighting is getting a little crazy. I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped you identify where your self-esteem is lacking and what you can do to increase that, so that you and I can just live our best lives. Like, what's better than living your best life? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. If you have the answer for me, leave it in the comments, please. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you made it this far. Like, I helped you increase your self-esteem. I truly hope that you were able to identify where your relationship with yourself is lacking and what you can do to fix that, because like I said, the most important relationship that you will ever have is the one with yourself. So once you finally have that relationship with yourself and you've built a solid foundation, you can stop sitting around and waiting for life to happen and put your new skills to use. In this video, I will show you how to do exactly that. I hope you enjoy. Later.